Good evening viewers, this is Dudarshan Meghalaya and we bring to you today's news bulletin. And here are the top stories of the day. Union Home Minister Amit Shah today chaired the 73rd plenary meeting of the North Eastern Council in Shillong. The high-level meeting was attended by Union Donor Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, governors, chief ministers and senior officials from all 8 northeastern states. The plenary session brings together distinguished leaders and policy makers from across the northeastern region to discuss regional development priorities and strengthening cooperation across the northeast. Union Minister for Development of North-Eastern Region Donor Jyotiraditya Scindia today attended the 13th meeting of the North-Eastern Space Applications Centre (NISAC) at the State Convention Centre in Shillong. The meeting was also attended by Minister of State for Donor Dr. Sukanta Majumdar, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and senior NISAC officials. Discussions focused on the use of space technology and geospatial applications to support development, disaster management, resource mapping and governance across the northeastern region.
Now NISAC and DONA have had a umbilical cord relationship from their very birth. They were both born a year apart, both in the month of September, NISAC in the year 2000, Donor in the year 2001. Both envisioned by our former Prime Minister Bharat Ratna, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, who had a very forward-thinking vision for a developed India.
During Union Home Minister Amit Shah's visit to Shillong, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma raised 4 key issues. These included concerns over illegal immigration, the demand for inclusion of the Khasi and Garo languages in the 8th schedule of the Constitution, the need for consultation with states on any amendments related to the 8th schedule, and proposed amendments to the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act (FCRA). The Chief Minister urged the centre to give due consideration to these matters, highlighting their significance for the people and interests of Meghalaya.
But the Archik Literature Society was represented by one of the senior members from the Garo community, and on behalf of the society he had submitted the memorandum to the Honorable Home Minister for inclusion of Garo into the 8th schedule. Apart from that, there was also a forum of the NEICC where different members from different denominations and different church denominations had called on the Honorable Home Minister and appealed to the Home Minister to look into different aspects of the FCRA Amendment Act, which, as we know, is something that is of great concern. And the Honorable Home Minister was very positive in his response. He has asked the church representatives to prepare detailed memorandum, specifically clause-wise, and that to meet him in Delhi at the earliest and discuss about how to or what are the issues that are of concern to them. And he has asked me to bring the delegation to Delhi, which I will be doing very soon. And he has said that he has the necessary powers to make the necessary amendments, and therefore we should submit the memorandum to him at the earliest, which we will be doing very, very soon.
The Khasi Authors Society and the Khasi Students Union today separately met Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Shillong, urging the inclusion of the Khasi language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. According to the organizations, the Home Minister informed them that the demand is under active consideration. The KSU also raised the issues of implementing the inner line permit in Meghalaya and the Assam-Meghalaya border dispute. Shah reportedly indicated that a committee may be formed to examine language inclusion demands, while assuring that the centre would intervene in border matters if due process is not followed. Both organizations expressed optimism over a positive outcome on their long pending demands.
Second issue is regarding and we reminded him that we have submitted our first memorandum to him in January 2021. And we have also met him here in Shillong in July 2021. And that now we also inform that Khasi language has been made as one of the official languages of the state of Meghalaya through the adoption of Meghalaya Languages Ordinance 2026. And we requested him to take up this issue seriously and, if possible, to bring an official bill in the parliament. On his part, he told us that there are a number of languages, new languages, demanding for inclusion in the issue. And the government, he said, is taking this issue seriously, and the ministry will look into it. He has also mentioned that Khasi language is one among many languages in the list of such new languages.
Three issues. The first issue being the inner line permit. We have addressed to the Honourable Union Home Minister that the ILP has been a long pending demand of the people of Meghalaya.
Deputy Chief Minister Prastun Tinsong yesterday said both Meghalaya and Assam have agreed to ensure that cultivation activities in the Lapangap area continue without disruption following a high-level meeting involving officials and local representatives from both states. He said all stakeholders committed to maintaining peace, harmony and cooperation to safeguard the livelihoods of border residents. Tinsong also informed that discussions on the remaining areas of difference between the two states will resume after the expansion of the Assam cabinet. He added that Meghalaya will continue pursuing its long pending demands for ILP and inclusion of the Khasi language in the 8th schedule.
We will stop. Now on, they wanted to make sure that the cultivation activities does not at all get stalled at any point of time. Both the authorities from the state government and as well as district council authorities has also assured that they will make sure that the livelihood activities which is being done and which is going to be done by both the villages of the two states has to be at any cost preserved and cordial and healthy atmosphere has to be prevailed over there. And even the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, requested us, please wait till the expansion of the ministry is completed. So when you talk about the pursuing the pending issues from the government side, yes, for sure. If we have the opportunity of meeting the Honorable Home Minister, we will surely apprise and we will surely talk to him again about the pending issues of one is ILP and number two is the 8th schedule language that we have already passed in the Assembly.
NPP candidate for the Shillong Lok Sabha by-election Dr. DRL Nonglait outlined his key priorities if elected to Parliament. Addressing an election campaign meeting in Wakaji yesterday, Nonglait said his focus would be on improving education, securing greater support for farmers, implementing the ILP in Meghalaya, and pushing for the inclusion of the Khasi language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. He stressed the need for close coordination between the Member of Parliament and the state government to effectively pursue these long-pending demands and development goals.
Menta haba ke National People's Party, kabarong ke parti kebangsaan ya ke Sokar Meghalaya, ke tempat yang bansili ke lingkor, banile ya ke MP by election, ngakeli ayu ngala banle, nak mentai kipat. Kajing tadi bat kipat kalau bon bah, hamrai haba kawan ke jingkat, kajingkeli keronginga, ayu ngale. Nakabanta kinong kandang ayungan le nakabanta kinong sor ayungan le nakabanta ki teman ki kro ayungan le nakabanta ki samla ki sampai ayungan le nakabanta ki tiba klam jam ayungan le nakabanta ki rangli ki cuki bat kiri kantai abang apa dia ngi kene kor balada pijit na kumur MP jopi nan ong usa konrat ke sama. Baik kita Deputy Chief Minister, ya ini lagi kendo, ya Prime Minister, ya Home Minister, ya Presiden, baik minterpan, dan penolong no ikatin kasih, katin kau itu, kakinit kau apa.
The Meghalaya EMRI Workers Union has called for urgent reforms in the state's 108 emergency ambulance service and strongly opposed any move towards privatization. Addressing a press conference in Shillong yesterday, union representatives highlighted concerns over staff shortages, salary disparities and operational challenges affecting the service. The union also demanded timely salary payments, recruitment of additional personnel, deployment of more ambulances and greater transparency in the hiring process. It warned of intensified agitation if its demands are not addressed by the government within a reasonable time frame.
We strongly oppose any attempt to privatize this service. Just like the President said today that privatize ini kan mana kajing do nong ni paipa. It will bring a loss to the government, to the public, and to us the workers. So due to cost cutting and then manipulation of reports and all that. And then the second point is this is what we want immediately. Our immediate demands: resolution to our salary anomalies. So we want an immediate resolution to this. MD has also give us assurance that it will be solved, but since December he told us this will be solved, but it has not been solved. That is the second point. Then the third point is just like we said that there is repeated disturbance in the line. Down the 108 line is repeatedly being down. There is technical problem. The public cannot get us. So we want immediate backup line when it comes to this. No, immediate backup line, communication operation line should be established immediately. No. And the third point is removal of the program manager.
Power and Water Resources Minister Medbak Lingdor today laid the foundation stones for 4 development projects at Pindeng Umyong village in Eastern West Khasi Hills district. The projects include a football playground with a VIP gallery, 2 lower primary school buildings, and the renovation of the Tirot Singh Memorial Hall. Addressing the gathering, Lingdor said the initiatives reflect the government's commitment to strengthening sports, education and community infrastructure, while thanking local residents and various departments for their support in bringing the projects to fruition.
Snow to the young, the way in snow, but Rimha, I can long the time, I escaped the need to walk away. So now the snow, Pasat, Hakimu, the Pakat, Juni Baro, Baginio, the Pateng. Yakatu Kane is a walk for Hat. Kay the snow, Kumnum, but Kumnu Kami, Kumnu Kalong. But kumno kapoy hadu kuno buat pemerintah. Lasoto lang banta ka competition unjuk na kalian jong ka arts and culture department kebalai yang ka sanction na banta ban beautify dia ka do ba ko ke jopi kebadon hang ni center kebede na banta ki bol ki program ki pair aga bagala on ni sota terus ketika stop Next hall of the schooling in the hall, the doctor of the program, all the organization, the government office program, the kalau come kerja, ban come internet, ban come shop, agak beda ban izin play lepas, ban nilai lomba asal culture.
Members of the Ribhoi Government Contractors and Suppliers Association on Wednesday met Ribhoi Deputy Commissioner Abhishek Saini to raise concerns over limited opportunities for local contractors in government projects. Following a peaceful rally in Nongpor, the association urged the administration to adopt an open tender system to ensure transparency, fairness and equal opportunities in the awarding of contracts. The Deputy Commissioner assured the delegation that their concerns would be examined and discussions would be held with various departments to promote a more transparent procurement process across the district.
Kani kecil keduk terasi syak kalau ba ismo kalau ba seso tamang yuptip ke ba long rek e ke ba I disi ila pensno sengi kalau ba iom ba kum kini kimat ki bangila ai betul kita ki kendon dan kimat ya keren ini ki kendon ki kimat ya keren ki bangila pensno kalau ba disi la simkhia iom na kalian jui rat ba in pot belum yakin ki district officer brokot ba hab ko district keren yaki bakam kecing aikam ajam ke di menlong transparansi bakam di bandon close tendal bakam di bandon kecing ya kam in advance work ba di ban ai open tendal nang babaro di lokal kontraktor video yaki kam jam kata kade ke bai lapan sngo ba di lapan sngo tu yong bai nai kecing trilang nak benta bagi lokal kontraktor video kam yo jam apa kan di district ke jumi but away day bagi departmental work ro di bagi latre ki department ya kata ro ila simkia by inong by in the keren bat ki ban ai instruction ba mi ikam ba day ban ai open tanda kanang ba ki lokal province ki lokam kata kalong ba I lapan snow singi.
The HYC West Khasi Hills today met West Khasi Hills Deputy Commissioner Hema Nayak to oppose the proposed installation of smart electricity meters in the district. The organisation expressed concerns over possible increases in electricity bills and alleged inadequate public consultation before the rollout. The Deputy Commissioner assured the delegation that their concerns would be conveyed to the state government and that further public awareness programs would be conducted. The HYC has urged the government to halt the installation process and called on local MLAs to take up the issue on behalf of the public.
Nagaliang jungi yawan med kenduk ye DC manam ban yakran halo kene bangi kwa ban le jubore gini rai ailat ikpaj ba bakin so thu swa ban nagaliang jongka MS nagaliang jongka MEPDCL hakijing etri lang ban ki video hapo jongka West Kecil District la persang ban khot ye gino alam snong rai ke jingkli nagaliang ka HYC ngumut ngikli ba kam dei tang gino alam snong ki headman ki sodar ki ba thanglai rai ki dei paj ba jongka West Kecil ki ba thanglai tak daun nagaliang jungi kerpat ba ke awareness program ka dei ban lech ki paj ba om cheki no alam snong makin no alam snong kimla ban ba klik lada babun ki belaj magi ikum hagi gi snam ki beladap ba ke jengkiu jeng ki belaj nagaliang jeng ki ngi kum kasang bahang kamtam nagaliang jeng HYC ngi layok ban ya rabun ki habade ki jengkiu jeng ka belaj ya ki nong kendong ki babun ki jakan jeng West Kecil District din nagaliang jeng ki keren sai ban nagaliang jeng ka sengi keren sai ba ka awareness program ka dei ban lech cheki paj ba nagaliang ga disiru kala tubuh dia kata ban nagaliang jeng ki kan sapha ya kini ka jeng persyak ke jengi ban install no ya kini ki smart meter bat nagaliang jeng disiru ila kulat ba insa ong ya ki bakin lech direct sepaj ba kenam bakin satu berhadin ketang saphat kundu bende.
Education received a major boost in Western Ribhoi with the inauguration of the art stream at Warmau Sau Higher Secondary School by Jirang MLA and Cabinet Minister Sustanis Sotun. The new stream is set to benefit students from over 13 villages, particularly those in remote and border areas near the Meghalaya-Assam border. Sotun said the initiative will make higher secondary education more accessible and assured support for the school's further development.
Kathong kajuni economic mat. Kamtam kathong kajunga kaban nadu wasdang bagi padma di penjok nadu senam ahaja kakra. Yimnyo silang yano yano ene ibe e kathong lakalong hak education lakalong hak road sector lakalong hak umdi lakalong hak kod kakya pilai kini jingmentoy kibata sorkar MDA kalala on wanra yang ketika konsumsi kejungi kabadon kapo border kabat ke Assam kaba mangi nilai yang kijingkela na try manuru pinuma bandong ba nyimyo nyimi kijingkela nilai kijingkela kibupun kadang yang mana nanti apor kiung wan hong sobat gali bakal construction kadang lang ya syakmat agabide barka Iklavia Modern Residential Schools.
The FKJGP Nongpo Circle today submitted a memorandum to Ribhoi Deputy Commissioner Abhishek Saini seeking greater transparency in recruitment examinations conducted by the District Selection Committee. The organisation called for the publication of answer keys, marks and cut-off scores, while also demanding an update on the delayed soil and water conservation demonstrator recruitment process. The Federation said timely disclosure of information would strengthen public confidence and uphold transparency in government recruitment. Mahatma Gandhi University, in collaboration with the Blood Centre of Nongpo Civil Hospital and the Meghalaya State Blood Transfusion Council, organised a two-day health initiative featuring a free medical camp and a voluntary blood donation drive. During the program, free health checkups and medical consultations provided to local residents and students, while also promoting voluntary blood donation. Organisers said a total of 20 units of blood were collected during the camp, contributing to the availability of life-saving blood for patients in need across the state.
Very much. We are
Let's now take a look at the top national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today held talks with Venezuela's acting president Delcy Rodriguez in New Delhi to strengthen bilateral cooperation across key sectors. Discussions focused on energy security, trade, investment, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, transportation and renewable energy. The visiting Venezuelan leader is on a 5-day visit to India and is accompanied by a high-level delegation. Earlier in the day, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar also met Rodriguez and reaffirmed India's commitment to deepening ties with Venezuela. The visit is expected to further boost cooperation and economic engagement between the two countries. The Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has assured that the supply of crude oil, LPG and natural gas remains stable despite the ongoing situation in West Asia. Joint Secretary Sujata Sharma said adequate stocks of petrol, diesel and LPG are available across the country, with refineries operating at optimal capacity. She informed that nearly 1.43 crore LPG cylinders were delivered out of 1.5 crore bookings over the last 3 days, while no shortages have been reported at LPG distributorships. The ministry said fuel supply and distribution networks continue to function smoothly nationwide.
About 8. And adequate stocks of petrol, diesel, LPG are available in the country. Our refineries are operating at optimum level. As far as domestic cooking LPG gas is concerned, no dry out has been reported on the LPG distributorships. Around 99% of the bookings are now online and 96% of the deliveries are through delivery authentication code. During the last 3 days, against the booking of 1.5 crore, the delivery, 1.43 crore cylinders were delivered. As far as the commercial LPG is concerned, during the last 3 days, 19,372 ton of commercial LPG has been sold and 649 ton of auto LPG has been sold by the oil marketing companies. Regarding 5 kg FTL cylinders, during the last 3 days, more than 1.57 lakh of 5 kg cylinders were sold, and out of that 9,200 cylinders were sold in 520 camps conducted by oil marketing companies.
And here is the top international story. The United States House of Representatives has passed a resolution seeking to prevent President Donald Trump from taking further military action against Iran without congressional approval. The measure was approved by a narrow 215 to 208 votes, with 4 Republican lawmakers joining Democrats in support. The resolution now moves to the Republican-controlled Senate for consideration. However, even if approved, it could face a presidential veto, making its final implementation uncertain.
It would still need Senate approval. Still, it reflects unease among some Republicans over.
And in sports. India women's national football team have secured a place in the final of the SAF Women's Championship after defeating Bhutan women's national football team 1-0 in the semi-final at Margao, Goa. Sanfida Nongrum scored the decisive goal in the 58th minute to send the 5-time champions into their first SAF final in 6 years. India will now face defending champions Bangladesh women's national football team in the title clash on Saturday after Bangladesh edged past Nepal 2-1 in the other semi-final. And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature of 33 degrees Celsius and relative humidity of 60% were recorded. Moving on to Shillong, 19 degrees Celsius of minimum temperature, 27 degrees Celsius of maximum temperature, 68% relative humidity and rainfall 4.5 millimeters were recorded today. Meanwhile, in Jowai, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius were recorded, relative humidity is 67% and rainfall 6.8 millimeters. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jowai says moderate rain likely to occur at many places. And that's all we have for you in this news bulletin. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, thank you for watching.
On behalf of the Government of Meghalaya, I have submitted a memorandum to the Honorable Home Minister. We had urged the Government of India to consider inclusion of Khasi and Garo language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution This again is a very important demand which we have made for a very long time, and we have passed a resolution in the Assembly. And once again today, we urge the Government of India to include both